This is Fantology.
You may have heard of us.
All right, what's up, fantasy book fans? This is Steven, your host with Fantology Podcast, along with my 4 lifelong friends. That's right, all 5 Fantology members on the podcast together. So definitely listen because you're going to get 5 awesome voices of fantasy. Okay, so it's me, Jake, Ryan, Ben, and Josh, and we're doing something kind of fun. So Reddit r/fantasy, right, Josh, recently released their 2023 results for the annual poll that they do every year that summarizes the most popular fantasy book series that are currently out there. So it just kind of gives you like a snapshot of what's popular right now amongst people on the internet. So rather than do another review of that, which there are a lot of, we thought we'd go back to the first time we could find that Reddit did this, which was 2014, see what the results were there, and actually guess what we think the results are. So there's a bit of a game show component to today's episode. And then we will review, see who was right, who has the best grip on what might have been popular back then amongst the 5 of us. And then we'll compare it to 2023. So yeah, go ahead.
A little YouTube promo. If you want to stop right now, put your top 10 list for what you think it would have been in 2014 in the comments down below. Then you can see if you beat us in your system.
Yeah, definitely. Also, just to interject here, this is recorded on St. Patrick's Day, so everybody gets credit except for Josh.
So just a second.
Ooh.
I was actually wearing a green shirt, and then events with children led to me not wearing a green shirt. However, I'm wearing green socks.
Ooh, wearing green socks.
Prove it. You got to prove it.
This is the internet. You have to pay for that, Jake.
Let's see the socks.
True. Join our Patreon.
Okay. Turn on Patreon. Okay, perfect.
OnlyFans _ Josh Robinson. No, I'm just kidding.
Also,
Josh _ feet.
Before the podcast, Stephen admitted to us that the green lights were actually a fluke. So,
it doesn't matter if you accidentally wear green on St. Patrick's Day; you're still protected.
Never happened.
That's true.
Yeah, intent is not a requirement for the spell of protection.
There's no mens rea.
Hey, before we go over it, I think there should be a tiebreaker for who got the most. Who got the most correct, like position wise. So, like, if you get the number 1 pick right.
Yes.
So
good point.
Yeah.
So we haven't even actually introduced the scoring system yet, Ryan. So you're jumping the gun there with the tiebreaker. We will get to that, but before we do, I'm going to lead into our ad, which we are doing now. So if you're listening on Spotify, then tune in to hear about how we make podcasts. Okay, so we will continue on YouTube. Yes, so there is a scoring system. There's a game show component to this. So the way it's going to work is you have 10 slots that each of us can fill with who we think, what series we think were the top 10 voted on in Reddit back in 2014. And for every one of the 10 that also appears on the official 2014 list, you get 1 point, and that will be bumped up to 2 points if it's in the correct position. And Ryan wants to do a tiebreaker as well.
So
I
the tiebreaker,
it might be needed.
The
The tiebreaker is the highest exactly placed title.
So like if you get the number 1 in the right spot and another person gets number 2 in the right spot, per our point system, those would each be worth 2 points, but the tiebreaker would go to the person who got the number 1 position in the correct spot.
So
I love that.
highest position, not max, not most positions correct. Just highest.
I don't love that because
correct.
I feel like the highest position is going to be the easiest to.
Yeah, I think the most.
I think you should like make
correct.
it top 5 or yeah.
Most positions.
Positions correct. Yeah.
First tiebreaker, most positions correct. Second tiebreaker, whoever has the highest one.
Position.
Third
Okay.
tiebreaker, it's just a tie.
It's a
We'll have to accept that.
Third tiebreaker doesn't exist.
DNA. All right.
Steven's going college football on us right now.
There's no ties in college football, Ben.
I thought if it went over 2 or 3 overtimes, then it was a tie.
No. We don't have time to. I'll explain the college football overtime rules to you offline. There is a tie in pro football though. So maybe
maybe
that's
that's-
what you're
okay.
thinking.
Fair.
Yeah.
Actually, okay, triple tie is
No, Josh, let's go. Let's go.
It's the percentage of votes it gets over whoever can get closer to that.
Okay. Bust
Between
out your
number 1 and 2.
calculator for that.
All right.
All right. Hopefully, pray that it just pray it doesn't come to that. Okay, who's gonna go first with their
So,
guesses
wait,
for top 10?
So how are we doing? We're starting it with, should we just start like
Should-
the
should
number
we-
10 position, who guesses
Oh.
it? And then
Dang, this is
if they
gonna be
get the
hard.
spot, they get 2 points. Otherwise, if it's on the list, they get a
We
point, but
all
you don't
get a
tell them
point.
where they're at on the list.
No,
think
I think
so.
we all just go through our list really quickly and then we read off the official one and we
But
score
then,
ourselves as
then
we're
the
doing
people
that.
who go last get a better, like
I
they
think
get
I
a-
think
No,
I think
we've
it's
all-
more fun. No, I think it's more fun, Ben. If we say number 10, we all say if we
Yeah.
had that on our list
Yeah.
and if we had it in
Yeah.
our position.
Yeah.
And then we can all
Okay.
go through our lists.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna keep score.
So in that case, Josh, we're gonna nix the screen sharing idea because we obviously can't share
Yeah.
the screen at the end. So no screens will be shared. Sorry, YouTubers. And we're gonna have to do word of honor. So all 10 of us have locked in our results at this point. No changing.
Okay.
Wait, I'm
Okay.
just changing. I'm swapping one right now.
Okay. But after once we start, Ryan,
All right.
none of that.
I'm locked in.
No
All right.
touching.
So we're starting
Everybody-
with 1 or 10?
Hands on the camera.
10. Start with 10.
Come
You
on,
gotta
man.
start with
Do you not
10?
know how
Okay.
to build any sort of
10. How do you do a top 10 list? Have you not watched Mojo?
Sorry, man.
all right,
Sorry, I don't watch enough YouTube. Okay,
I'll
who's
keep
going 10
score.
first?
I'll keep score. I have all of our names and positions, so we'll see. Let me see.
Okay. I
Okay,
want Ryan. I want Ryan to start because I am concerned that he might be switching.
Well, Ryan doesn't start.
What?
What do you mean?
No,
Ryan
Josh-
doesn't
Josh-
start. I
Josh
read off
starts.
the
Yeah,
I read,
Josh is gonna.
I read off the number 10 spot on the list. And
Okay,
we
read
all
it.
give ourselves
Read
credit.
it. Here we go.
Okay,
Here we go.
all right,
Wait,
man.
no, wait. I thought we were gonna say our 10.
No, we just
our
went over
guess
this,
for
man.
10.
No.
Josh is gonna
I
say
read off-
the spot and then we all say if we had that on our list or not. And if
Now
we
that I
Alright.
think about it, I like Steven's way better. But
I do I
I
do as
mean,
well.
I feel like my way we get to guess. We say what we're doing, and then we say
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
Steven's way.
all right, we're
right,
starting
let's
with
do
Ryan.
Steven's way.
Ryan, what's your number 10?
My number 10. I'm not sure if this is the name of the series, but it's Lies of Loch Lamora.
That's it.
Gentlemen
One.
Bastards.
Gentlemen
yeah.
Bastards.
Gentlemen
Yep.
Bastards. That's right.
I have that same one in the same position, Ryan.
Oh wait,
Okay.
I actually need to get the okay. So 1 through 10.
You don't have the list up?
I have the list up, but okay.
we
Gentlemen,
can score ourselves. We can score ourselves, Josh.
So
Don't tell us yet. Just say.
Don't tell us yet. We all have to do our number 10 spot. Or no,
okay.
Is
I guess
this-
you do know tell us if we get
Tell us-
point or
No,
not.
I like okay.
To our-
that's
to our
right,
listeners,
I
you can
think we
tell
do
that
this-
we obviously developed this robust
I
game
I
scoring
think it's
system
gonna be yes. I think it's gonna be a lot
days ahead
easier.
of time.
I think it's gonna be a lot easier if we do it based on the list. Where if I say the list number 10 and we all say if we had that on the
Yeah,
list,
that's
or
probably
if we had
smart.
it at number 10.
All
Okay,
right,
that's-
fine. No more arguing because people stop listening. So that's what we're doing. So okay,
we can
Josh,
we can
say,
cut this.
say your 10.
Okay, so it's not my 10, it's the list 10.
What's number 10?
So number 10 on the
What
list.
is it?
Number 10 on the list is Harry Potter.
Oh, I have that one, but it was not.
So does anybody have
That
so
didn't even make my list. I was
Yeah, I
not thinking Harry
Zero.
Potter for
0 points for me.
I
I
had
had
that in
1
my
point.
number 6 spot.
okay, so
1
I
point
at
for
Harry
Slytherin.
Potter. I had Harry Potter. So Ben, you got a point?
Yeah, we can keep track of our own points, Josh. You're
You
okay.
sure? I have it
Yeah.
all pulled up.
Nope, you're good. You can do it if you want, but you don't know rehash. Let's go number 9.
All right, number 9 on Fantasy Book 2014 list is the Dresden Files.
Ooh,
Yeah.
0
Oh,
points.
I had
did
that
not-
number
one.
10. I had that for number 10.
Oh, it's so close.
So
Okay, wait,
close.
I have that, but I had it because Cold Days came out that year. So okay.
Nice, Ben. Nice
Dang.
strategy.
Ben does more research.
Dang. Ben, did
that
you
law
type in a book?
degree.
Did you type? Wait, Ben. Did you use Google? Did you use ChatGPT?
No, I did.
Oh, we should have.
Oh, we
Well,
That
should
would have been a fun episode of us asking Chat GPT what
Ben
they
did-
thought and
Ben did
compared it
this on
to
Discord, and it was pretty bad.
Listen, Brandon Sanderson and Dan Wells have the Chat GPT market corner for their podcast. So let's keep on going.
All right, number 8 is Discworld.
Oh, that's a good
Ooh,
one. I did not
Another
have that
zero.
Did not have that one either. Jake, are you at 0 with me?
3 zeros.
Heck yeah.
You guys did okay. I feel like Harry Potter should have been a shoo-in, guys.
Harry
thought-
Potter's like YA, man.
Yeah, I thought Harry Potter would be like one of those ones that no one's gonna vote for that because there's other exciting things that
This
are
is
newer.
2014. J.K. Rowling wasn't
Yeah.
problematic yet. Like the movies had just finished. It was a high,
Movies have finished
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 years before that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
2011, I think.
It's still pretty relevant.
Millennials still ruled the internet.
People
like-
were still getting tattoos of the Deathly Hallows. Come
I
on.
feel like
Yeah.
people were like over the movies before the last movie came out, but
Okay,
maybe
That
well,
is not true.
Obviously,
alright.
okay. We're not here to roast this
Reddit
list.
disagrees with you, man.
I understand. That's why I have 0 points.
All right.
I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure I went to a midnight showing of the last movie and you were there, weren't you, Jake?
No,
I think,
didn't see that movie. Yeah,
wait,
I didn't
were
see
you not there because your parents wouldn't let you, or because you didn't want to go?
Both those are not mutually exclusive. But yeah.
Okay, all right.
I remember waiting in a long line in, I think, Santan Mall or something.
Yeah,
It was-
Santan Mall. I was hanging
Yeah.
out with Mackenzie that night.
I remember you guys waiting in line and I rolled right in right when it was starting.
Nice.
And now midnight showings are at 7 p.m.
Is that
Alright.
the one where Dobby died?
Spoilers, man.
Oh no, that was the end of
part
the
one.
part one.
That was
Part
part
one.
one.
Yeah, that was part one.
All
I
right,
remember going to see that in theaters.
number 7, Gentlemen Bastards.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
I had it as 8. I've been
Dang.
one off twice.
Dang.
Wait, let me.
Dude,
Did I have
am
that?
I in the lead here? I got 3
Three,
points so far.
4, 5.
I have 3
I
as
had
well.
it. I had it at 6. Oh
Dang,
no.
Steven, you have 3?
I have 3, man.
You've missed the Discworld one too.
So
Yeah.
was this poll specifically series? Like so?
Oh
could be
yeah,
a
it's just
single
series.
book?
It's just
It could
series.
be a
It's just
single book.
series. I don't see any. There's a lot of series on here. There's no. Wait, why didn't I put that series? I'm so dumb.
Well, that
Yeah.
No changing, Josh.
that brings me down to 8 possible correct choices,
All right,
and
man.
I've gotten 0 out of 4
You
so
put-
far.
You put 2 books from the same series or what?
No, I did Ready Player One and The Martian.
Well, it
I think
can be
It's
individual.
possible they could.
Well, that's what I was asking. That's what I was asking if it was just series or
I
It's
guess we'll see.
top fantasy books of all times, but they group series together.
okay, so it's not top fantasy series. Okay, I thought that's what
Yeah.
had been happening. Okay, potential for more points for me.
Like, but you have to go down pretty far to get.
Okay, let's do
All right,
number
Josh,
7.
let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Well, we already did. Number 7 was Gentlemen Bastards. We're on number
Was that
6.
7. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Okay.
Number 6, Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
3, 4. Oh,
thought
I
that
had
was-
that as number 5.
I had it as number
Oh.
5 too, Jake.
I had it as number
Nice.
2. I thought that would have been way more popular.
Right? Where
In
did Radiance have just
2014?
come out?
Yeah.
But it was still only 2 books. It wasn't nearly
But
the
Words of Radiance
phenomenon
came
it
out
is
that
now.
year. It came out that year. It was a highly anticipated sequel.
Yeah, but remember going to the Words of Radiance release party and there were
Okay.
like 100
You
people
guys,
upstairs.
this
at
is
the Billy
number.
bookstore.
Wait. This is number 6 of all time. That is really high for
Yeah.
Reddit.
I'm just saying currently it's number 1.
I know.
And
Yeah,
It's
but
not.
Still,
Well,
It-
spoilers for our comparison.
Okay, let's go.
Alright.
Let's go. Let's keep it moving. Keep it moving.
dang, and this is the series I can't believe I didn't put on there. But Wheel of Time. By,
Oh, I had that in my
Oh,
number
I
2
had-
spot.
That's number 2 for me.
That's
Oh,
number
I
2
thought-
for me, Jake.
I thought that was
Oh,
obviously
Ryan!
going to be number 1.
Yeah, I
No,
thought it was
how is
obviously
that?
number 1 as well.
Something else is way more popular at this time.
Jake and I are
Uh,
hashtag drift
I had-
compatible.
I had
Memory
thought
of Light. Memory of Light had come out like in 2013.
The same year.
13, yeah. No, not
I
the
had-
same year. 2013.
I had thought I put this on
Okay,
my list,
but-
and then I didn't. I just totally didn't include it on my list. I'm so dumb. Dang. Yeah, I am surprised. That's on number 5. Beaten out by, interestingly, Malazan Book of the Falling at number 4.
Oh, how did I not?
Yes!
know?
Which I did not include either.
I should have done that. I didn't include that at all.
I'm up to 4 points.
When did
Nice.
those books come out? Like, do you know, Ryan, when The Crippled God
They
came out?
started. Oh, Crippled God was like 2017, 2018. I want to say.
Mm. So they were pretty popular at this time.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3. Right, we're on number 3. Yeah, number 3 is the King Killer Chronicles.
Number 3.
Yes! I got a number 3 spot.
Totally spaced
yeah.
that one. Dang.
Oh, you have to go back to when it was.
Yes, I had a number 3 as well.
Dang
Yeah.
it.
These poor people who thought that there was going to be a third book back in 2014.
All of
That's
us.
that's one that I was like, oh, I have to put this on here. And then when I made my list together, I was like, dang, what was that other series I was thinking of and could not remember it.
Josh knows that
Did-
feeling very well.
Oh man, I can't wait. I want to ask this question when we're doing a comparison.
Okay. Number 2, The Lord of the Rings.
I can't believe I didn't put that.
Dang.
I
I had that as
I-
number 4.
I had that number 2, and then I switched it with Wheel
Dang
of
it.
Time.
I have the wrong thing for the top one.
I had it as number 1. So I got the wrong thing for number 1 too. Does anybody want to take a guess at what number 1 is?
Yeah.
Song of Ice and Fire.
Hello
Yep,
Kitty
that's what-
Island Adventure.
Yep, number 1 is A Song of Ice and Fire.
I get 2 points.
I got
had
2
that as
points for
number
that
4.
one too.
I got 5 points total. I'm killing it.
I got
The game
8.
is over, Jake.
I know.
8
Dang,
points.
you got 8, Ryan?
Yeah.
I have 8. I also have 8.
I also have 8.
I have 7.
Tiebreaker.
Wait, so
Tiebreaker.
I have a Song of Ice and Fire for the number 1, so I win, right?
Oh no, because
No, it's
No.
number placed first.
It's
No.
how many
The
How many
tiebreaker
placed
was
first?
clearly established before the game started.
Okay, well I have 1 in the correct place.
How many do
Is-
you have?
How many
Gosh.
total books do you have? It's
I think
I have
all of us
8
only
I
have
have
1 in
8
the
different
correct
ones.
place.
I have
Okay.
0
how
in
many?
the correct place.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I have
6.
0.
I only
I
have
have
7.
0 in
no,
the
the
correct
tiebreaker
place.
was how many people had the most in their correct place, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. How
No,
many do you
yes.
have, Josh?
How many
So,
books do you have like on the list?
I had
right?
1.
No,
I had
you're right.
1 and Steven had none. Ben actually had 7 points, so he's not even in
No,
this.
no, I have 8.
yeah.
I have 8.
No. The way that the tiebreaker is the number that you have that were like the number of times you scored.
No,
I had
no,
it-
no, no.
no,
It's
no,
the
no. It was
number-
the number. It was the number.
No,
that
it's the
you
number
had.
in the right spot.
It was the number in the
We
right
all,
spot.
we all had that.
It was
we all
the
had that
number in the
impression
right
too,
spot,
Steven.
The number of
The
the right
tape-
spot.
Play the tape, Steven.
That's a ridiculous tiebreaker.
Steven's already
No,
disqualified
because
because he
it's
didn't
more
have any in the correct
precise.
spot.
It's figuring out like which
Yeah.
who's
Yeah,
the
you need
most
accuracy.
accurate. Yeah.
No, then you're the most accurate if you have the most that appeared on the list. Not if you happen to be lucky to guess
No,
one
that's-
spot.
No.
Steven, we all came to the same
We all had this-
understanding.
we all
Listen,
Yeah.
it's
except for
recorded.
you.
We
You
can go
didn't get
back and
this.
listen to it.
So
Okay, but so that means that I think
I wash
Ryan
my
won
hands of
according to
this.
that.
I wash my hands of this.
So that means it's between me and Ryan because we both matched with at least 1 in the correct spot.
No, you only scored 7 points, Ben.
No, I got 8.
no,
Did you
he
get
was
8?
saying he only had 7 unique ones.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
but that means that Ben and I both did you only have 1 in the correct spot?
Yeah, I just had Wise Man Fear in the correct spot.
Okay, yeah, I had a Song of Ice and Fire in the correct spot.
Oh,
Which
so
means
you
we
got
go
a
on to
higher,
the next tiebreaker, which is
Dang it,
the
Ryan.
number
Top
1,
spot.
which
No.
means Ryan wins and
Dang
Radar
it.
wins too.
Radar.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Is this like before Wheel of Time took over the internet? Why? I don't understand why Wheel of Time was not higher.
I think it's because Wheel of Time had already been out for a year and it was the end of the series. That's probably
Okay.
wasn't at the top. But it was
I think
number
it gained a lot of popularity when they announced the TV show too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the TV show is the reason why Song of Ice and Fire is number 1.
Okay, so I want to hear your guys's like ones that weren't on that you thought were going to be, because I think I have 3 that didn't make the list.
I had Dune, Ready
Oh.
Player One, The Martian, First Law, The Expanse, and Red Rising.
Dang. Okay. Do
Do
you want?
I had
Yeah.
I had Mistborn, Narnia, and I threw in Hunger Games. Hunger Games.
Ooh, Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Home games that would have been good, but that's not nearly Reddit-y enough,
Yeah, but that was like during peak like movies, like Hunger Game movies.
But at that point, it was probably too popular that Reddit was like, oh, this is overhyped.
yeah, because 2014 Reddit like definitely wasn't in like they were 2014 Reddit is different than 2023 Reddit.
Thank you for that astute observation.
I'm just
Josh.
saying.
That was good.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So
the ones that the ones that I had that didn't make it were Mistborn and Realm of the Elderlings.
okay. Well,
Wait,
And
I got to go put my dog in the garage. But the ones I had really fast was The Expanse because they just announced a TV show, so I thought that might be popular. Red Rising came
how
out in
did you know
2004.
this, Ben?
Well, I made my list. Like I thought of a book and I was like, oh, does this make sense? And then I went and looked up when like what was happening in that time. So
Okay.
I didn't like, yeah. So Red Rising came out in 2014, The Expanse, and then I tried to do Fool's Assassin because Robin Hobb is always pretty big, and Fool's Assassin came out around that time too. But
Yeah.
So I'm kind of surprised that Dresden was in the top 10 of fantasy series. I don't know. What do you guys think? Was there anything that's the most surprising to me, I guess. And
I mean, I think it's fine. Ben said Cold Days came out that year, so there were 12 books.
I wasn't that surprised.
Or wait, which one was Cold Days? Cold Days is 14. So there were 14 books out. And he was pumping them out like every year back then.
yeah, that's true.
So I
Also, First Law was at number 11, just so you guys know. So that was almost in the top 10.
oh,
included,
The short stories, or go ahead, Ryan.
Well, no, I was gonna change the subject. So
I was just gonna say the standalones I think were coming out around that time, and so maybe the hype wasn't as big as like during the first trilogy or the second trilogy.
Yeah, Red Country came out in 2012.
So kind of funny in this must have been 2015 though. I kept hearing all the hype about Abercrombie, and so I was like, oh, I'll read an Abercrombie book. And I read the broken not the broken the one
The Shattered
series
Sea thing?
yeah, the Shattered Sea series. And I was like, these are fine, but like I don't
That's
know
his
why this
YA
author
series,
is
right?
getting I was like, I don't know why this author is getting so much hype. And so that's why I put off reading the First Law for so long, because I was like, I mean, I enjoyed that series, but I wasn't like super eager to read something else by him. So kind of interesting.
Guys, our mutual friend that we don't need to go on a tangent for this, but our mutual friend that I recommended First Law to has finished the first trilogy.
Oh, she must
Nice.
do
Within-
that.
is she
within
mentally
2
healthy
weeks.
right now?
She can answer that.
Well, not. I'm just
Who is our mutual friend?
starts with
Off
I'll
offline,
give you a
maybe
hint.
we don't need to out
Steven
people.
And Stephen and Josh.
Okay,
both
Ryan,
touched-
thank you.
They're Eskimo brothers.
All right, let's
Both
you're
touched.
racing. Change of subject. Thank you. You're raising your hands. You can ask a question.
Thank you.
Oh, man, that was so
Now
great.
that I have the conch, I would like to tell you guys about my books that I said that weren't included, and they were Mistborn, First Law, and Broken Earth. Which, looking at Broken Earth, the first book didn't come out till 2015. So
that pick was dead. I think that's got to drop you down, man. I think I won because of that. You can't win after having
Ben,
eligible.
I went
I
entirely
think I
off
won
my
because of that.
I went entirely off my intuition. I made this right when we started recording. I didn't realize we had to have our lists already set down. So,
And we're giving you the victory.
you're just
you didn't
know-
give it to me. We established some very rigorous tiebreakers.
I'm gonna edit the heck out of this in post. In post, it's gonna be you guys are gonna look really foolish as I explain the tiebreaker rules.
Oh man.
Okay. All right, let's compare it to this. Let's compare it to the 2022 and see which books have done well and which books have aged like fine milk.
Okay. Should we share our screen on this one? Do you want me to share it?
Yeah, share your screen, Josh, so
Okay.
YouTubers can enjoy the benefit of YouTube.
All right. 2023 Reddit. All right.
So I'm gonna guess I don't think anyone mentioned, but I was surprised Mistborn wasn't higher. Like the first trilogy had finished not like a couple years ago. And
What
Sanderson
was it
getting
in
really
2014,
popular.
Josh?
Alloy of Law came out in 2011, so I think it had been a bit.
So that
Yeah.
killed the momentum. Alloy of Law.
Well, I'm just saying you hadn't had anything for a minute, and Alloy of Law was thought to be a standalone.
And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that, I mean, you had Words of Radiance come out. I mean, that's like pretty much like
Yeah.
everybody loves Words of Radiance. So,
That was the bigger thing.
oh, Josh, you just took over my computer.
All right. So also I had the spreadsheet all worked out so I could keep score for everyone, and you guys just all right.
Whoops.
I figure we can kind of tab up, and so that we
Josh, where was
Ooh.
Mistborn in the 2014 list?
Oh, Red Rising.
2014.
I was close with that.
2014 list. Oh, Control F does not work the same way on Mac.
It's Command F.
Yeah, I did Command F. Oh, I wonder why it didn't. Why am I searching? for this?
Why are you searching?
I'm on our
Mistborn is number 12. Yeah.
Okay, it's really close.
That's
Yeah.
heartbreaking. Ooh, Dark Tower. That's good.
Okay, we're done with the 2014 guys. We're back. Gotta get back into
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Let's do this.
Up to the
Oh,
future.
okay.
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 Wow,
The
strong
Gentleman's
showing
Bastard.
from. Well, yeah, but strong showing too from Greenbone.
Let's
Green
scroll
Bone.
up. Oh, are we
Yeah,
starting
I-
at 10?
No,
No, we're-
dramatic
no,
reveal. Dramatic
we're
reveal.
not-
Dramatic. Oh, it's
We'll
too
spend a little bit
dramatic
more
for me.
time. We'll spend a
It's
little
too
bit more time
dramatic for
talking
me.
about this list. But yeah, 20 spaces. It went. This is how it moved from.
Mhm.
But that's impressive.
Did you guys? Have any of us started these?
Yeah, I've read half the
I
first
haven't.
book.
I read the first one. I liked
That's
it.
good. I DNF'd it, but I want to go back and F it.
Dang, dude.
Okay.
It's number 10.
I loved everything about that.
You better
Damn.
F.
If there's ever a time to start a TikTok account for Fantology, I think this episode is that just there's still a lot of good clips in this one.
All right. Okay,
Yeah,
let's go number
YouTube-
9.
YouTube Shorts.
Alright.
Should we talk about some of the ones that have gone down that were on the list in 2014? Like Gentleman Bastards is now not in the top 10. Harry Potter gone down. King Killer.
Yeah,
Killer.
let's
gone down.
I'm
Well, let's
surprised
get
King
through-
Killer is still
Dresden.
as high as it is.
I want to see the top 10 and then we can
let's get through the
compare.
top 10. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So number 9.
Malzahn.
So that's dropped.
Yeah.
It's
number
dropped, but
4.
it's gone up since the previous year.
Since previous year it's gone up, but yeah, correct.
in
So,
2014.
It's more about like the other books outside of the Malazan Book of the Fallen, the 10-book series now.
Yeah. So I see releases for other books, but honestly, the Book of the Fallen is enough for me at this point.
Yeah.
Discworld. We need to get on Discworld, guys. I don't know how we're gonna do this because there's so many books.
I mean,
but
it's been in the top 10 for 10 years now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
and I feel like I would love those books so much. So
Yeah.
These
All
seem like
right.
good listens.
yeah.
Yeah. It seems like it's pretty just steady at number 8.
Oh, Realm of the
Mm-hmm.
Elderlings.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
why is Realm of the Elderlings here, but it wasn't in 2014? That seems weird.
She had Robin Hobb wrote the let's see when the newest trilogy came out.
I thought it was coming out in like 14, 15.
I mean, it might have been. I'm not sure.
This is around. I listened to the first first trilogy in like 2016.
Yeah, but the first trilogy was like the 90s.
Oh, the
Yeah, I
next
know.
trilogy. So Fool's Assassin, which is the first of the final trilogy, came out in 2014. So I was probably a little early on when the hype picked up again.
Maybe 2017. Yeah, because I remember, Ben, at your wedding, Ryan would convince me to start it. Do you remember that,
Yeah, I
Ryan?
could be of service.
So that's one of the best things about weddings is getting together with the boys and talking fantasy.
Very nice. All right. 6 Wheel of Time. 2 spaces drop.
Well, that's not that surprising.
It's got to be the TV show, right?
Well, 2022 was when the TV show, or wait, did it come out in 2021 actually? Came out in 2021.
Yeah,
So
it
end
was
of
like late
2021.
2021.
Yeah. So they're still hyped for it then. Still solid. Number 6.
I mean, to go down 2 spots in the top 10, like it's probably pretty easy to do. Like the vote totals are really tight, so I don't know if we really need to read into that.
But it's very close with the Realm of the Elderlings.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, that is surprising.
I would assume that Wheel of Time would be like significantly higher than Realm of the Elderlings, just
Maybe,
based
but
on its popularity.
Okay, here's the thing. Wheel of Time is very polarizing on Reddit, but like everybody loves Robin Hobb.
A lot of people, I feel like, no, I feel like, yeah, in terms of,
People don't really know it as much though.
yeah,
Fair, but
I feel like
yeah.
popular things on Reddit are polarizing, right? Because you have like all the people talking about why they love it, and then you have all the people who are like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
I didn't love it. Like, so everybody's recommending it, and then there's some people who are like, no, didn't like it.
Hence the Brandon Sanderson hate posts that pop up on our fantasy sometimes.
Yeah.
Every day. All right,
so
let's do
watching.
number 5.
Number 5.
Mistborn.
I guess
Hey.
it's 5 and 4.
Mistborn. So that's dropped 2. Surprising. I'm surprised that it was up to number 3.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
So that's last year. It was number 3.
Do you think that was because Kickstarter was happening and so people were kind of discovering Sanderson?
Lost Metal was about to come out.
I don't know. I mean, Mistborn, I just feel like is just one of the like the first trilogy is like one of my most recommended books.
Yeah. Me
Yeah.
too.
I think
think
we're reading
it's-
into the 1 or 2 possession change a little bit
Yeah,
much. Like
yeah.
if they're in the
That's
Yeah.
true.
All right.
all right.
Number 4, you can kind of see, so I'm not going to scroll up too much.
Song of
'cause
Ice and
I don't-
Fire. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm surprised it went up 1.
But I think you,
No,
this,
I'm not. House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
sure.
But I think you can see the cultural, lack of impact from going from number 1 in 2020 or 2014.
Yeah, that's true. If you
Like
zoom
that
out a
is-
little bit further. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dropping 3.
Yeah, the show is done. We haven't had a book in 12 years. So
Yep.
makes sense.
First Law, number 3.
Strong. Holy cow. So that went from
Shooting
number
up there.
12
That's
in
crazy.
2014 to number 3
Yeah.
Wow.
And plus 3 spaces.
with no major things happening, right? Like he did have the second age, I guess, second age trilogy or whatever, but
I
like,
mean, I feel like that's pretty major, right?
well, it is
But that was
major,
in, that was in 2022. Was that? I'm trying to remember when that finished.
The Wisdom of Crowds, I want to say, came out in 21. I'm guessing. Maybe 22.
I guess by major though, is that he, like, there's no adaptation.
21.
Right?
Definitely 21. Oh, yeah. Right.
There's
but,
no
I
adaptation.
mean,
Like he's not going to get a lot of new fans from doing the next trilogy. It's just going to be primarily fans from that have, discovered him through the years. At least that's my impression. I don't know.
yeah, but like as an author writes more books, then the fans get more attached to him and they recommend him more.
That's fair. Okay.
Either
But
way.
I don't know.
impressive.
I think people are just appreciating him a lot more now.
Yeah.
Abercrombie does get a lot of love. And
All right.
yeah,
I mean, that's impressive. Number 3. Wow. Okay. Middle Earth universe.
Nice.
Number 2.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Probably be on there forever, right?
I'm surprised that
number
Oh,
2 in both places.
I'm surprised that Stormlight Archive won.
Well, way to
Really?
spoil it, right?
Spoiler alert.
I mean, only
I
won
mean-
by 9 votes. That's crazy.
Rhythm of War. Carryover, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, wait.
No,
and-
it's just Sanderson is the most popular like fantasy author, and this is his most popular series. I mean,
Yeah. I was just trying to see if there's like I'd like obviously the Kickstarter, but that I guess the Kickstarter would affect Mistborn and Stormlight equally. But yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I've read the top 7 of these.
Yeah. 1, 2.
So I guess
3,
Discworld is the next.
same.
Yeah. I have not read
I haven't read Realm of the Elderlings. I don't know if that is recommended.
It is, man. We just talked about it. It's the Robin Hobb books.
We've
Yeah,
only
I
done
know,
reviews
I
on
know,
the
but
first. We've only
you'd
done reviews
love-
on the first trilogy, right? Have we?
We haven't done any. We haven't done any reviews.
Oh, we didn't review the first trilogy.
Is it the
We have-
Fits in the Fool one? Is that
Correct.
these- I remember you guys like complaining about those books so much when you were reading them.
That
What?
like
No
the-
way.
Yeah, complaining like, man, this character's so dumb. Everything he does is dumb. Like the whole
Well,
time
that's
reading
true.
it.
That's true. He is pretty dumb.
I think I was reading Bloodsong at the time. That's one that I thought might have been on the 2014 list, by the way.
Yeah, I included that in my list as well.
But I remember thinking like, well, that's a hard pass, not reading that series.
So what was it about the Greenbone Saga? Was it the third book published? Is that what made it jump up 20 spots into the top 10?
I don't know.
We
I-
are woefully ignorant.
As I just
Stoda. Oh gosh.
yeah, 2021.
2021. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
consistent. You know what I'm surprised didn't make the top 10 for 2022 is when did Babel come out? I thought that for sure would have made the top 10.
It came out last year.
Yeah. Did even make the EL, not LE,
Yeah.
29th.
I mean, maybe because
No,
it's not a series.
Is that 29th?
You're
the
you're
books-
looking at books. You're looking at
book-
books of Babel.
Yeah,
Ben's
but it's all
talking
books of-
about Babel.
Well,
by
that's
R.F.
right.
Kuang.
How do you
Oh,
spell? How do you
It's
spell it?
It's
spelled
the
the
same.
same
It's
way.
it's not. It's not
Yeah.
on the list.
It's on the list.
Wow.
Yeah, number
Oh, there you go.
126.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Maybe that's just because it came out so
Well, I
um,
think this series really skews this poll really skews heavily towards series.
mm,
Yeah.
I mean, Babel is basically the top fantasy book of 2022 on most lists I've seen. So it's winning on those types of things.
yeah, that's fair.
Pretty impressive that the Books of Babel is at number 50 or is at number 29.
Yeah.
Just
I guess it
okay.
went down 6 spaces, but that's because the book had come out and the ending was a little bit.
We have
Mhm.
an interview with him if you guys want to go back and listen to that.
He's
Yeah.
also coming out with another book, not in the Books of Babel, right? It's,
Josiah Bancroft is.
that's what I want to say.
He's
I
like
think so.
close to an automatic read for me. He's really good.
I agree.
We'll have to check that. We'll have to look that up. I wasn't aware that he had a new book. So yeah, I mean, I like the fact that as we look through this list, we've read most of these, and we want to say we're a fantasy podcast that covers the books that are
gamut.
worth publishing, and we're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, I forget what channel on our Discord it was though, and it was like some series. I think Ryan was talking, and it was like some series that got like a 12-book deal or something, and none of us had ever read it.
Well,
And-
yeah, it was the Christophers.
Yeah, it's Leigh
Oh.
Bardugo. It's
Shadow
yeah.
and Bone.
Shadow and Bone.
So okay, gotcha. It's definitely like there are
I don't
blind
think-
spots that we have though. You know what I mean? That's I
Well,
guess
I
that's
don't
kind of my
think-
point.
Yeah, but I don't think our podcast really lends to those types of, like, we do much more epic fantasy, and she doesn't
Okay.
do as much epic
We
fantasy.
we could do it. I think we had talked about doing a review. Did we do a review?
We
of the-
did Ninth House. You did.
Yeah, we did Ninth House. Like,
Mhm.
but yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Well, I guess what my point is that there's this whole like section of fantasy that we don't really read and that Reddit doesn't really care about. And it's interesting that our tastes overlap like so completely with Reddit's. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just what we're like. Okay, wait, Ryan has a comment.
Yeah.
Here you go, Ryan. Here's the conch.
I raised my hand again because it was so effective last time. But to Ben's comment, I feel like we're a product of our culture. Like what's popular and spread around is like, we see it, we talk about it, we recommend it to each other. But I had a kind of cool idea. What if we like at the end of the year we like draw numbers like 10 through 100, and then whatever we draw we have to read that
Oh, that
series
could
on
be
like
cool.
the Reddit top, so like we're all reading
That'd be
different
cool.
series, and we talk about it. Like we have a year to read this series. or whatever.
I like it.
I could be down with that. Okay, let us know in the comments. I think if we get, I don't know, should we set like if we get 2 or 3 people comment, we should do that. Then we'll do
I
it.
think we should just do it if we want to do it.
I'm setting the bar pretty low here. You could be one of those comments, Ryan.
Let's do it if we want to do it. But if you want to comment, tell us what series that you saw in the top 100, or just like what series in general you think that we need to read.
So this is interesting. I don't know where Google's pulling this list from, but like, yeah, if you look at the books on TikTok fantasy from sources across the web, I don't know what Google's doing, but yeah, like we haven't really read many of these, like A Court of Thorns and Roses, yes, but like I don't know like any of these other books.
It Ends
really.
With Us. That's a pretty popular book.
Yeah.
Actually did just read Amanda the Jedi, or watch Amanda the Jedi's review of that book.
Sydney
Just
just
I mean,
whispered,
I like
I
it.
love that book.
I'm thinking a lot of these are more
that's what I
kind of
heard
like
talking about it
the-
recently.
the new adult type.
Yeah,
books, aren't
New
they?
adult. What does that mean?
Like,
like a little
in
bit older
between-
than YA.
yeah, in between young adult and like epic fantasy, basically.
But yeah, it's just so interesting. Like looking at Reddit, like we've read most of the books on that list, like up through even like the top 20. I'd say
Mhm.
we've either read it or like are going to read it, or one of us has read it. But like this one, like, you know, we've read this one, Poppy War, yeah, but like, you know, everything else.
Yeah.
I read this one, Visible. Actually, I was at the pool the other day, and somebody I know was there, and she was reading this book. I'm like, oh, I read that a year ago.
I think these books all have more mass appeal than most of the books we read.
Well, and then on Reddit, but yeah, it is really interesting. Anyway, just it's again, it's easy to think
So,
that like because
is
of
it
the
that-
circles we run in.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ben.
And
Is
also,
that-
if you're listening to the podcast and you're wondering what in the world we're talking about, Josh Googled most popular fantasy books on TikTok, and we're just looking at that list.
Just looking at the list.
Sorry, guys.
I was gonna say these books all seem to skew shorter and maybe a little bit punchier than the books that we read. I wonder if that's correlates with TikTok's just short form content compared to Reddit, like being
Yeah.
just more like dense. And I'm intentionally trying not to make any judgments about this type of
Yeah, but it's a lot
content.
harder to make a 60-second review of a Stormlight Archive book than it is A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh dang, there's Google didn't format this very. What the heck? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, interesting.
Josh has revealed more books. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Let us know what series you think we have a blind spot on. I think for our brand of like epic fantasy, I mean, I would say there's easily a male skew to a podcast run by 30 something. Dang, we're 30 somethings, not 20 somethings nowadays.
We're just 30s,
so yeah.
right?
Okay, just 30.
All of us
yeah.
are just 30s until
just
Sunday.
30.
Then
Yeah,
Ben and
so-
I are
yeah.
30 somethings.
Then you're
Yeah.
30 somethings. All right. Anyway, okay, so that's I think that's a good kind of recap of the current fantasy landscape and what it was like in 2014. So
Back when we
Any-
were 20
any-
somethings.
yeah, back when we were 20 somethings. Any final comments from you guys?
No, just good to be back with you guys. It's been a while for me to haven't been on a podcast, and I can't remember the last time we got all 5 of us on here. So this was like way fun.
Listeners have been definitely noticing that and clamoring for you to come back. So
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
they'll be really happy.
I'll move at least 2 spots in our rankings right now.
Ben is going to law school so he can specialize in fantasy law.
Oh yes, that is what I'm
All
doing.
right. Well, as the winner of the competition, I'll have the last word.
What?
So, yep.
What?
Thanks everyone for
So
listening.
the winner of the competition gets the last word. Well, thanks everyone. Join us on Discord. We will look forward to talking to you next time, and hopefully we'll get all 5 of us together again soon. Bye
Ryan's
guys.
See you guys.
Ryan's outro is too powerful. See you later.
See you guys.
Yeah.